I'm not who I used to be anymore. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Never switch the game up, never switch the play up. Stuck in that first quarter, never known order, unless it was a court order. Now you point the finger at your father, cause he never bothered, he never took time to know you. He never bothered, he never took time to know you. He never bothered, he never took time to know you. You never known him, maybe you known him, maybe he was there the whole time in your corner. Damn. Relationships now these days sound like a random replay, but who gives a damn now these days? Will they acknowledge their own iniquity to turn away their captivity? They don't know their captivity. I'ma return to my place until they acknowledge all of their offenses. Now meditate on that a minute. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The press rebellion. Straight out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We shouldn't listen. We shouldn't listen. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The press rebellion. Straight out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We listen. We shouldn't listen. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Trusting in the shadows those who hate us. Yeah, you are a nation inside a nation. The promises for you that you're gonna take it, keep you away from it. That old covenant cherubim can't keep the righteous away from him. You know what I'm saying when I say him? The God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Ain't no point of faking. We the Israelites talk, we're playing. I ain't from the know ya, but I got a story right out the Torah. Keep it 100, no sugar coated, straight out that boiler. You need to know this. Why you don't know this? You need to know this. Why you don't know this? Cause you in the club on the weekends, getting money from free bands, going around with the heathens, blowing out with the wee heads. You must not know you a king yet. I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out hit the, I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out hit the, I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out hit the losing. Homie, you actually like winning, winning. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The pressure rebellion. Turn out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened, we should've listened. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The pressure rebellion. Turn out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened, we should've listened.
We are the children of the captivity, see our condition. We are the children of the captivity, see our condition. We are the children of the captivity, see our condition. Look how we living. Look at our men and our women and children. We gotta quit sinning. Get in the spirit to get out your feeling. We on a mission. See the great army, the kingdom's division. Brothers and sisters, let's go. This what we've been waiting for. Drop everything and let's go. Boom, boom. Break the valley of bone. Don't you know you are like gold? This ain't the land of ours. Don't you wanna go home? Sing a new song. From slave ships to spaceships. From building nations to our home. Look, I'm grown. But that child is this where it belongs. Let's stay with the children at home. Room and take kingdoms and thrones. Pick up a women and stones. Family gold. Ball again, let's get it on. The kingdom's within you. We got it all to build our own. Or make them build it up for us. CIP family hustle. We all should be on. Go.
We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. Them customers rebelling. Straight out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. Them customers rebelling. Straight out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. a long day, I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother, man. He told me that it's cool, cause we... It's been a long day, I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother, man. He told me that it's cool, cause we back to the motherland, and we don't break the rules. Pray that we make it through. I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother, man. He told me that it's cool, we back to the motherland, and we don't break the rules. Pray that we make it through. It might just take a few. Ayy. It's been a long day. I woke up in the building, bad as children in the hallway. They tryna catch a feeling, but they dealing with the wrong thing. They say I'm acting different, cause I don't wanna be a zombie. Hey, them demons feeling froggy and they leaving. If you ain't tryna see the kingdom, then why you breathing? Ain't got no time for the fussing and the tweeting. Pray I don't fall, cause I seen them bammers tweet. It's been a long day, I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother, man. He told me that it's cool, cause we back to the motherland, and we don't break the rules. Pray that we make it through. It might just take a few. It's been a long day, I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother, man. He told me that it's cool, so I call up my brother, man. He told me that it's cool, so I call up my brother, man. He told me that it's cool, cause we back to the motherland, and we don't break the rules. Pray that we make it through. It might just take a few. Hey, it's been a long day for me. Hey, it's been a long day for me. Hey, it's been a long day for me.
Got my line, We've been out so long, it's time to get back up. If adjustment falls, he gon' get back up. When the Savior calls, we gon' get back up. When the Savior calls, we gon' get back up. When the Savior calls, we gon' get back up. Get back up, get back up. We've been out so long, it's time to get back up. If adjustment falls, he gon' get back up. When the Savior calls, we gon' get back up. Get back up, get back up, get back up, get back up. I got bills to pay. Checking my spirit, please tell me which demon am I gonna have to go kill today. Running off faith, I'm running off grace. I'm giving off praise and they feel away. Oh yeah, they feel away. All praise for the zeal today. Don't care how you feel today. Oh yeah, I'm a Jew in our time now. Go tell heathen boys gon' pipe down. Stand and talk on my child now. Gird up, you know it's time to fight now. And we just been patient, waiting, dodging Satan. They been hating, perpetrating. Hear my statement, we not breaking in the kingdom, celebrating. We've been out so long, it's time to get back up. If adjustment falls, he gon' get back up. When the Savior calls, we gon' get back up. Get back up, get back up. We've been out so long, it's time to get back up. If adjustment falls, he gon' get back up. When the Savior calls, we gon' get back up. Get back up, get back up.
Two times we undefeated. We got, I know you see it. I told them keep the Lord. I switched the blood. I couldn't believe it. Was cool when I was out here living wrong and couldn't see it. Quickly became a king soon as the OB got deleted. Two times we undefeated. We got, I know you see it. I'm trying to live like Christ shining my light. I hope you see it. The OB dead and gone. Cut off my arm cause I ain't need it. This is the word of God, so keep his laws if you believe it. Tell me what can I lose? I'm on my last now. It's like everyone I knew, they turned their back now. I'm out here on my own, who got my back now? It's so much left to prove, let's get on track now. I won't back down, I'm going hard. Every day I'm on my job, this is what set us apart. Leaving them hard, every day I'm on my job, this is what set us apart. Leaving them hard, every day I'm on my job, this is what set us apart. Leaving them scarred, it don't need to be hard. Scriptures don't pick them apart. Swinging my sword, reading and studying, honestly I just been keeping the shot. Cause I know the devil comes soon as I drop my gun. Spiritually spitting that K-round, make them lay down on their face. Spiritually spitting that K-round, make them lay down on their face. Spiritually spitting that K-round, make them lay down on their face. The prophets is back on the way now, we'll play around with the snakes. People with nothing to say now, when they face hanging out shame. Be careful who you call your main one, say wanna do you like Cain. People what I'm saying, I'm not trying to chill with you, I'm not trying to build with you. Most of my people will probably kill you. I won't deal with you, and this here spiritual, my nigga. I swear every day I'm on my damn, 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 on my damn.
Welcome to Four Corners News. That's right. right, where the truth speaks. I am Captain Zakar to my left.
Captain Severus.
And to his left.
Officer Daniel.
And to his left.
Officer Azaniah.
And we make up
Four Corners News.
Thanks for tuning in, man. We got a lot to get to
That's
today. Right. A lot going on in the earth, but we're going to bring it to you here on Four Corners News, all right? Hey, let's get straight into the hot news of the week.
Texas man arrested for allegedly murdering woman after she beat him at basketball.
That's what Christ is talking about right there, where the love of many shall wax cold. Let's see what it's talking about in the article.
Womack's family told Fox 4 that Womack and Hogg had been friends. They said the game had gotten heated and trash talk ensued. This was supposed to be a friend of Asia's, her mother Andrea said. She's eaten with the man. She's fed him, and he turned on her and killed her in a vicious way.
Damn, that's definitely the love of many waxing cold over a basketball game. And it also goes to show, man, you sisters.
That's that masculine spirit.
That feminism and
it's
stuff,
that woman
man.
king. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, man, that stuff is to your detriment, man.
Yeah.
Stay out of the way of men because men got a different type of aggression.
Oh yeah.
They passionate about stupid stuff, Greek fashions, and some of them will take it to the point where they'll take your life for that stuff, man. That's the love of many waxing cold.
Most of these women trying to outdo the man.
Yeah.
All right. How violent can I get? Remember, not too long back. Remember we had one sister not only do a drive-by but shoot at a car full of children. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
they trying to outdo the nigga, basically.
Yeah. That's wicked. Go ahead.
You talking about that one that pulled the fire from a mini skirt. Like, pull the firearm from your mini skirt.
Hey, no telling how they are today. But, man, that's crazy. That a man would get so angry that he can't control his anger that he would – that and it wasn't on the spot. He went home, got his stuff, came back. She must have dimed his ass or something.
Crossed
him and embarrassed him. Broke his ankle for real, man. That's crazy. Crazy. Let's go on in the hot news, see what else we got.
New Orleans minister admits stealing almost $900,000 from his church parishioners.
Oh, there we go. Y'all think that bishops and deacons be crazy. They say you better stop giving your money to these churches. And this is proof of it. Right. And this ain't the only. How many times have we pulled this out?
Over and over.
That church pastor's stealing your money. He stole almost $1 million.
I don't see how they keep getting caught, Cap. It's like how many times do you have to find out that your pastor is stealing money from you before you stop giving it to him?
Christianity have you in a daze. You just be giving money and don't even realize where it's going. You ain't seen where you still in the same damn building for 30 years.
30 years.
Building fund.
Building fund. Over
they
and
ain't got
over.
no new drum set, no microphones, no nothing.
Come on, pastor pulling up in a Benz.
Right.
Come on.
Let's see what the article's talking about in the hot news.
In total, Salval obtained approximately $889,565.86 through his fraudulent schemes. The Office of U.S. Attorney Dwayne Evans said in a statement.
Almost $900,000. Let's see. Let's see what else is in the article. See what else he was doing. Let's read that.
Prosecutors said he took advantage of his status as pastor by requesting and then pocketing contributions and tithes from parishioners.
Tithes, there you go. Give me your 10%. If you just read the Bible, listen to the Israelites, you would have been saved from that.
There you go.
Read on.
His actions include soliciting money from a parishioner for charitable causes and church facility upgrades for 4 years.
How long?
For 4 years.
No upgrades in the damn building at all. Go ahead.
Then diverting $106,000 and $408 of the funds to his personal accounts.
That's the charitable account right there. It was given to his house.
That's it right there.
You go.
He is the poor. Give it to the
His
poor.
mansion.
I am the poor. I am the needy.
Y'all remember when the Kansas pastor got mad at his congregation for not buying him a Movado watch? Y'all broke ass. He basically said, y'all broke ass niggas.
And I ain't worth it.
Yeah, I ain't worth it.
Oh,
in a damn hole in the wall church.
Right.
That place ain't big at all. You could tell it wasn't big.
And you had a whole bunch of sodomites running up and down the whole damn.
Right. I could have sworn it was one of those pastors that said if you broke, You got the spirit of the devil on you.
Damn.
Probably Creflo.
Hey, you know the crazy thing about it is, if you want to be a bank robber, you know that's the wrong profession. The right profession is to be a pastor,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you could get away with it more than you
And they
being
know
a bank
that.
robber.
I think it's more in that article. Let's go more into that article and see if they what he put it on.
First Emmanuel Baptist also possessed rental properties from which Salvo benefited by transferring almost $150,000 in monthly payments to his accounts.
Wow,
Damn,
a pastor
paid
making
himself.
$150,000. Damn, Christ was a carpenter.
Right, he worked.
He didn't make $150,000.
That's right.
Paul talked about that he didn't abuse the
Right,
congregation given to him while he actually went all over Eastern Europe,
Right,
Asia
Minor.
Minor, teaching the gospel. He didn't abuse the funds. This dude stay in one damn spot,
Yeah.
show up every Sunday. And how much was he making? Let's go back to it on a weekly basis.
Bringing
Monthly? Go ahead.
transferring almost $150,000 in monthly payments to his accounts.
Keep going.
He also sold properties that belonged to the church to steal a percentage of the proceeds, bringing in almost $500,000 from those alone.
Wow, man. I'm telling you, man, you better keep your money in your
telling
damn
you.
pocket. You don't have to give tithes no
Right,
more.
right.
That stuff is done away. It was for the Levites to eat in Jerusalem.
Right.
That stuff no longer applies. You give what you can. And then you better be seeing some daggone results from what you're giving. Like you see with IUIC, you got profits in Ecuador
There
right
you go.
now.
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
And we're going to see that a little bit later, Lord's will. Let's see what else we got in the hot news.
2 killed in shooting at St. Louis High School. Gunman dead.
Damn, that's a predominantly black school too in St. Louis, man. Let's see what it's talking about in that hot news.
An armed former student broke into a St. Louis high school Monday morning warning, "You are all going to die," before fatally shooting a teacher and a teenage girl and wounding 7 others before police killed him in an exchange of gunfire.
Now, I want to think that is Edomite because we don't talk like that. You are all going to die.
Right.
That sounds like an Edomite
Yeah, they do.
phrase
Yeah.
Right.
that he would say before he went crazy and started shooting up the place. Let's read on.
The attack just after 9 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that was Esau. No doubt about it. Jake, oh, no. Hell no. No doubt about it. Jake, don't wake up that early.
Real.
Is a former student, too? A former student? Ain't no way he waking up 9 o'clock to go shoot up his old school. Nope.
That's
That
right.
was an Edomite.
Jake moves on.
Yeah, we move
Esau
on.
don't.
We'll catch you on the street.
Jake just go for his enemy.
Jake
and
gonna
move
be
on.
late.
That's it.
He
Let
gonna
him
be
call
late
him
for that.
outside the school.
Right.
Let's
Dang.
go back to that.
The attack just after 9 a.m. at Central Visual and Performing Arts High School forced students to barricade doors and huddle in classroom corners, jump from windows, and run out of the building to seek safety.
Damn, you can't shoot up no black school for
Nah,
real, man.
everybody
getting out.
gone.
We gone. We ain't had up in no
Full
damn
flat.
table, man. Go
Right.
ahead.
One terrorized girl said she was eye to eye with the shooter before his gun apparently jammed and she was able to run out.
There you
Man,
go.
that was of the Lord right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was of the Lord right there.
Yeah.
So we keep imploring you, the bishops, the deacons, keep telling you over and over again, homeschool your
Homeschool,
children
y'all.
if you are
That's
able
right.
to, man. The times are waxing worse and worse and worse as Christ makes his second coming, and more things like this are going to happen on a weekly
Right.
basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see this all the time, man. So homeschool your kids if you can, man. Homeschool your kids. Let's see what else we got in the hot news.
U.S. military forces fully prepared to cross into Ukraine.
Here we
Ooh,
go.
That's the signs of the times
go.
right
Yeah.
there.
Here we go.
You better send up your prayers, start fasting and praying and
There you
repenting,
go.
keeping these commandments. When they are fully prepared to cross into that means that in the CIA and whatever, they have already talked on what you would say battle plans
Right.
to go up against Russia.
Yeah. I mean,
Already.
Biden already talked. And he was like, listen, went over 7 different scenarios.
Oh,
That's how he
wow.
talked. Yeah.
Say that?
He already went. Oh, they already thought it out.
Yeah,
Remember,
you already know how
saw
Esau
mine?
is.
Yeah.
He's been probably preparing for war with Russia for 10 years now.
Man.
Right.
This
And
is
then-
just seeing the fruition of it.
Right.
And with this one, Cap, I was watching an interview. It was these Edomites, just dissecting what's going on and comparing it to the last ones that we had, like the one in Afghanistan. They said the difference with this one is even with the one in Afghanistan, they had an open line of communication, meaning the U.S. was discussing with Russia tactical moves and what they can do.
Yeah.
They said with this one, they don't even want to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Nah,
It's like you don't got nothing to say to me, bro.
Nah.
That's the type of mode that they are in
Prove
right
about
now.
that action if
Prove-
they
yeah.
cross their
Yeah.
gun line, boss.
Yeah.
Let's see
Come
what the
on, come on,
article's
cross that
talking
gun
about
line.
in that hot news.
The Army's 101st Airborne Division, which boasts the Screaming Eagles moniker, has been deployed to Europe for the first time since World War II.
There you
Wow.
go.
Wow. First time since
There you
World
go.
War II.
Practicing with live tank and artillery rounds not far from the Black Sea, across which Russia has taken territory from Ukraine, including Crimea, at a forward operating site on NATO's eastern flank, according to CBS News. Brigadier General John Lubis, the division's deputy commander, stressed this is not a training deployment,
There you go.
but rather a combat deployment.
It's on the brink, man. So
There
when
you
you
go.
think peace and safety, sudden destruction.
Right.
Go ahead.
From which his forces need to be ready to fight tonight, depending on how the situation escalates across the
There you
border.
go.
These are warning signs from God. He is giving all his people a chance to repent because he doesn't want to see any of us perish. So he bringing out this stuff, we catching it, bringing it out on Four Corners News, and praying that spiritual eyes and ears open up and see, hey, I got to repent. The time is near.
He said, I'm trying to make it easy for y'all. I'm
Right.
like Kanye West to tell y'all the Jews.
listen,
Now it's
right,
up to
right.
y'all. I'm making it easy for
Right,
y'all.
there you go.
Man. And on top of that, you got most people preparing for what? Halloween.
Right.
They trying to pick out their best costume.
Right.
While nuclear bombs is right across the water.
Yeah.
Not too far.
The scriptures say that he's going to come back like a thief
There
in
you
the
go.
night. You see it happening right there. Nobody's paying attention to that
Yeah.
stuff. They worried about the things of the world.
Mhm.
You're going to get caught up and you're going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And also in the hot news, check out what Egypt, I believe it's Egypt, is doing. This is going to bring about that World War III even close. These are chess, what do you call it, pawns
Yes,
in the
right.
game of chess that's going to ultimately lead to
The end game.
The end game.
Mhm.
Let's pull it up.
Egypt to move away from U.S. dollar fixation with its new currency indicator that includes gold.
Hold on,
Damn.
y'all remember, didn't they kill Gaddafi?
Yes.
For that same thing.
Yep.
Yep.
They went in there and destabilized the country. What was that? Libya, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, if Egypt's doing this and Egypt is right there by Israel,
Right.
you can see the pawns being moved in the game of war. This ain't no Game of Thrones where you're going to be changed. No, it's going to
Nah.
be one person on the throne.
Right.
Yep.
Let's see what the article's talking about.
Egypt wants to be free of the idea that the Egyptian pound should be pegged to the U.S. dollar, according to the new central bank governor. And the central bank is already working on a new currency indicator that will include a set of other currencies and gold. We will make an index for the Egyptian pound through a group of other currencies in addition to gold in order to change the culture that we are all linked to the dollar.
They are ready to separate from America. We read that in the scriptures where it
yes.
talks about their mind will change and then they will turn and hate the
the
whore
whore. Yep.
and burn
Burn.
her with fire.
Yep. Hey,
These are the steps right here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cap, just like China. China just did a I guess it was some type of vote or some type of inquiry that they put in to keep their president as the president until he dies.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They
So
just
no-
did that.
No democracy.
No
They shot
democracy.
that down.
So all those nations that's up against America,
Right.
they're changing their democracy and their politics to
Going
get
back-
away from
going
that
back
thought.
to their
There you go.
ancient ways.
Right,
Right.
going back to their ancient ways.
Let's go check out more in that article right there on the hot news. Just a little more. We
will make an index for the Egyptian pound through a group of other currencies in addition to gold in order to change the culture that we are linked to the dollar. Hassan Abdallah, the central bank's acting governor, said Sunday at an economic conference in Cairo.
They having conferences about this. Their mind is beginning to change and they are separating from Babylon the Great.
Yep.
This is the things that lead up to that Armageddon in
There
the
we
valley
go.
of Jehoshaphat. Separating from money and things. Go ahead, Kev.
Because remember, Esau idolized money. That's his
Yes.
God.
Yes.
All right, gold, oil, and drugs. That's
That's
his
it.
money. And now,
Right.
if you mess with that, tamper with that in any kind of way, because remember, he got the IMF, he got all these things in order to devalue other countries' money. So now that's happening. So now the dragon is wroth.
That's it.
There's no holding back now.
No, it's not.
That's
There's no
with that
holding
money.
back. You're gonna start seeing things that you should have your spiritual eyes open to and understand that at any moment Christ can come back.
Right.
Like a thief in the night. It's time to repent. But if you caught up in the ways of this world, trying to celebrate damn Halloween, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas,
I seen the Christmas.
You gonna
Somebody
be
set up
caught.
a Christmas tree already.
They already got it stuff
already.
It's
out.
Halloween.
Yep, you're gonna get hit with the first damn missile.
Yeah.
Wow. So in the top stories, if you didn't know, it is voting season, primaries and things of that nature for what Esau says. But before you vote, you better know this. Let's go into the top stories.
Stacey Abrams floats abortion as an inflation fix. Having children is why you're worried about rising prices.
Now, you might not scroll down on this. Let's see if we can get an image of who Stacey Abrams is. Because boom, there you go right there.
There you go. Eve.
Eve in the flesh.
Oh, man.
If you didn't know what she looked like, her problem to fix inflation is to kill more babies.
Yeah.
That's what the black woman comes up with to fix problems. Oh, man, let's just kill all these babies, man. Let's just kill them off, man. That's why people are worried about inflation, because if they're worried, they're afraid of having kids and having to pay for them.
Wow.
The hell is
That's
this?
the reason why God says for women not to be in leadership.
There you go.
There you
Right.
go.
That's right.
Shut the hell up.
There you go.
Shut up.
You're exactly right, man. Let's go to main point in that top story.
While abortion is an issue, it nowhere near reaches the level of interest of voters in terms of the cost of gas, food, bread, milk. What could you do as governor to alleviate the concerns of Georgia voters about those livability, daily, hourly issues that they're confronted with? Abrams was asked. You can't divorce being forced to carry an unwanted pregnancy from the economic realities of having a child, countered Abrams.
Man, go ahead.
Who
Keep going.
argued that we don't have the luxury of reducing it or separating them out.
Now, see, the solution for a black woman in politics, this is why I say before you go vote, know this stuff. Their solution, instead of not having sex and waiting till you get married and being with your husband, their solution is keep fornicating, keep sinning, keep getting STDs, keep getting pregnant, because, we always got your back. We'll just keep letting you kill your babies.
Right.
That's their solution for everything.
And that's why God. That's why.
They are liberals. That they have
There
a
you go.
liberal mindset.
You're exactly right. Give me that Isaiah 32.
That's
Bring
why
it out.
God
That's
said
crazy.
my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah. The knowledge
The law
is.
will stop all that. Start
That's
keeping
it.
the law.
That's it.
Nah, they don't say that.
Marriage is honorable
Right.
and all. Read that Isaiah 32 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Stacey Abrams, Democrats, Republicans, voting, all of them in politics. They are vile people. Keep reading.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy.
There you
Kill
go.
your babies.
There you go.
That's villainy. That villainy goes into evil. The liberal person, because what are they going to do? They're going to keep pushing the envelope of giving you all your freedoms, which is sin.
There you go.
But it's actually villainy in the eyes of God. It ain't freedom. It ain't liberation. It's villainy that they speaking to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And the more and more these people talk, you know who they targeting. They're targeting us.
Yeah.
No way she would open up her big black mouth against the Jew man.
No, not at all.
Tell them to stop having babies.
No, not at all.
It's always targeted at us.
Right.
And she has the mind of an oppressor, straight up.
That's
For
what
you
I
to
was
say,
just thinking.
go ahead and
There
to move forward through a divorce, go ahead and get rid of that child first.
Yeah.
Because Cap, remember who has these same discussions about population control? You just had
There you
Bill
go.
Gates.
There you go.
There you
There
go.
you
Bill
go.
Gates. He was
There you
just
go.
discussing
There you
about
go.
population control.
And you could tell who her husband is. Her husband
Yeah.
is the
Oh,
white
man.
man. Instead of
So-
being like Shifra and Pua and just
Boom.
denying
No,
it.
they
They don't
not
want to
them.
do that.
Far
That's
Far
not
from
them.
that.
That's
Far
not
from
them
that.
at all.
Far from that.
Let's go to the other top story there to show you what else these. I guess these are Democrats, but both Republicans, all of them is speaking evil. Let's show you what they doing.
Democrats warn that Republicans want to take away contraception. including your girlfriend's IUD.
This is all just to get a vote and to stay in power and rule over the people and keep oppressing them with liberties.
Right.
They threaten you. Hey, all you hoes.
There you go. There
all you
go.
hoes out there, hey, they're gonna take away your stuff where you gotta actually
take care
wait
of your kids.
until you get married and have sex there around here, because if I end up with a baby, they're gonna take away your stuff. And they even went so far to make a commercial for it.
Right. You hit it right on the head. I see the same commercial today.
Let's see it. Pull up the commercial for the people.
Here we go.
Did you hear they're voting against our right to condoms in Washington?
No, they're not.
Yeah. There's a bill on contraception, and 90% of Republicans in Congress voted against it, including Congressman Shabbat.
Like birth control?
Yeah, like the pill, condoms, your girlfriend's IUD.
He voted against it?
He voted no.
That makes no sense.
Hey, keep it up real quick. I want to show you something. Did y'all happen to notice the color of them two Edomites' whole bodies and things of that
Brick
nature?
red.
What color are they?
Brick red.
Brick red, right? Esau, brick red. He's showing you him. He's showing you who he is.
Right.
By telling you, hey, man, we all about this death, man.
There you go. There you go.
This is who we are
we
right
the
here.
descendants of Satan,
That's
and we
it.
want to abolish all the Israelites off the planet.
That's it.
Right.
Give me that in Psalm chapter 50, and I want you to read verse 16 and 17. So they even pushing a commercial, Officer Azadiah. So I hope you weren't influenced by that commercial. Officer Azadiah.
I laughed, and then I said, "This is nothing but just like it was a different commercial." But I laughed within myself. I said, "This is slander." The Bible talks about you slandering a person. Like he said, this person said this. Vote for me.
That's it. Hey, let's read that. Isaiah chapter 50, verse 16, 17.
Psalms
Psalms 50.
Psalms chapter 15, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
But unto the wicked, God saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
That's why God don't want white folk reading this Bible. Black folk ain't realized that yet. He don't want the wicked to be reading his Bible, his words. Read on.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Saying that Christ came and died for us as well as everybody else. Go ahead.
Seeing thou hatest instruction.
They do what?
Hatest instruction.
Thou should not kill.
Right.
They hate that instruction.
Right.
Marriage before sex.
Right.
What Bishop say? Marry before you carry.
Yeah.
They hate that instruction. Marriage is honorable in all. They hate that instruction. Abstain from fornication.
Right.
They hate that instruction. Read on, verse 17.
See, thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee.
Hey, man, we ain't hearing none of that. You know how they cast their words behind? You got to listen to this. This is how they cast the words behind them. What do they say? Oh, we separate church and state.
Yeah, right.
Cast God's words behind it. Oh, no. This isn't dealing with the church. This is state. This is politics. You have a right to what did they say? My body, my choice. That is a political but hey, ain't you killing people like God said in the Bible not to do? Hey,
that's religion.
It's not a person.
That's
right.
church.
It's not a person. Right.
This is state.
Oh,
it's
man.
two completely different things. They cast God's words behind their back. That's how they did it. We're going to separate church and state to absolve us from anything that God might have said in the Bible.
Right.
But ain't you still going to kill people like God said not to do in the Bible? Hey, buddy. Church, state. But hey, if we want your votes, we're going to show up to your black church.
Boom.
All right.
That's why you can't listen to the wicked, man. You got to separate from them, man. Hey, it's even more. This is why black people, you got to wake up out of that damn voting ain't going to save you. You don't vote at the hell. If you vote, you're going to die.
Right.
It ain't vote or die. If you vote, you're going to die.
There you go. Hey,
look at it. Go ahead,
on
Kev.
that same topic, they actually started arresting people for voters fraud.
Yeah.
A lot of people been getting, especially
Black
on
folk.
Miami-Dade, black folk,
Yeah.
been getting hit with voters fraud. They don't know why. Most people that just been giving people rides to go vote, they've been arresting them.
Oh, they're the police.
Yo, come
Set
on.
them up. Judgment from God. Look what else they out here doing, seeking votes so you can keep killing your baby. Pull up that about DeSantis. Critical race theory. Go ahead.
I'm proud of our history. I don't want to teach kids to hate our country. I don't want to teach kids to hate each other. And the way to stop discrimination on the basis of race is to stop discriminating on the basis of race.
So he said, I don't want to teach y'all. This is what the white man's afraid of. If we teach the history of how we have dealt with these people,
right,
black folk are going to realize that we are the man of sin.
Right.
Don't let it be taught in school of how bad we treated them all of their damn lives because we want them to stay in their smoke and mirrors and love us. So don't teach real history in the school. And that's why a lot of times we meet kids nowadays, we ask them, do they teach
slavery
in school?
Right.
No. They don't even know.
No.
They have already begun. They have already begun to brainwash your children. Look what else DeSantis said. We don't want to teach them the real history because the real history will end up making them hate the place that they live.
Right.
Go ahead.
Governor Ron DeSantis garners reactions after saying it's wrong to teach students that the United States was built on stolen land.
Let's hear him say it for itself. Go ahead, play that video.
Around the country, they do have programs, unfortunately, where they will take a student, look at their race, say, okay, you're white, you're an oppressor. If you're black, you're oppressed. And think about what that does to a 6 or 7-year-old kid. That's wrong. You're seeing that. You have people that are teaching, and actually his running mate has said this in the past, that teaching the United States was built on stolen land. That is inappropriate for our schools. It's not true. And I'm happy.
Not true. It's not true.
It actually, if you look around the country,
Stop it.
Wow.
Let me get
Go
a
ahead,
script.
Cap.
Deuteronomy 32:7.
Wow.
When Satan begin to talk, it triggers the scriptures. That's what should happen. Go ahead, get there.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7.
This is a commandment of God. Watch this.
Remember the days of old.
Remember the days of old.
There you go.
That's a commandment. That means don't forget what happened in the old days. What happened to our forefathers?
Right.
Because it says when you know what happened back then, you won't repeat the same mistakes.
Right. You know better, you do better.
You do better. There we go. Read.
Consider the years of many generations.
Come on.
Ask thy father, and he will show thee.
Our fathers are those who went through that atrocity, who went through the destruction by our oppressors. It says, ask of them. How do we ask now? Through the scriptures,
right?
Especially the prophets are on the corner. We teach them. That's why we have the visuals. We constantly repeat what happened to us, the chains, the zoos, the human zoos.
Right.
We bring that back to your remembrance.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Thy elders will tell us.
Yep.
Even when you go down to verse 8, it shows you how there was a division amongst the nations that God implemented.
That's right. That's right. Hey, give me that in Proverbs 22:6. This is why this is so important. And it ain't something to be just glossed over. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds real good. And then going about your business. No, it's not. You got to do a reprogramming every single day on your kids, man. Proverbs 22:6.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
There you go. You got to train up your child. You got to train up the history of our people that we've been through, so that he will do better when he gets older. He won't depart from it. He'll become King David. He'll become his ancestors and stand up for his people and do what's right in the eyesight of God. But if you don't train up your children and you keep sending them to the schools where they teaching that a white man's not your person.
Right.
He's your friend.
He's the hero.
He's your neighborhood friendly white man. Then they're gonna go out there and get slapped with nigga across their head. They gonna be like, why don't white people love me? They ain't never loved you. And they're gonna send them into a damn cycle of confusion.
Right.
Then they're gonna be damn smoked out, doped out, drugged
Mary
out.
and
Say,
Becky.
man, forget it. Mary Becky. You're right. Train up your child in the way he should go, man. But because you have to train them up, because this is what they want out of our children. Brace yourself, y'all. Play the video.
The only side chicks I've seen that look better than me are these right here. Introducing 3 new, thicker, juicier side chicks.
This
Come on, man.
This side chick.
Hey, it's a real commercial, y'all. Don't say this.
Willingly
It's a real commercial.
A side chick.
crystals, burgers.
Nobody even likes crystals. Nobody eats crystals.
Right, nobody eats
What's
Like,
crystals?
it's irrelevant.
What's
But
that?
she
That's
done,
a-
it's the White Castle.
Oh, White Castle.
It's a
Dang.
different day for White Castle. She done got rich off being a side chick.
Wow.
Unbelievable,
Dumb
man.
as hell.
She's been on Instagram and interviews on YouTube all over saying she is proud to be a side chick. She run game on it. She used dudes. She has sex with men just like men have sex with women as much as she want to.
Damn.
And now she done got her a commercial.
She don't have
based
no
off of what-
talent.
No shame.
Side
No
chick.
shame, y'all. No shame.
Side chick. Only side chick that look better than me is these. And then you hear
Wait
the
a
thing,
minute.
these thick, juicy. And did you hear how she bit into it?
Right.
Who bites a damn chicken sandwich?
Right.
And then,
Side chick.
Cap,
Brittany Renner.
Remember, her only talent.
Yeah, the one that married. Well, did she marry PJ Tucker or sucker him? She
suckered
suckered
him.
him
Sucking them. Oh man.
into marrying him, and after he got her pregnant, she cut him off.
Damn.
Yeah,
PJ Washington.
She
right.
sucked him all right. Everything, all his money, everything.
Right. His soul.
Hey, it get worse. It get worse, y'all. They didn't just make one. Go to the other one.
Oh hell no.
Attention, a 10 is speaking. These 3 new crystal side chicks are thicker, juicier, and crispier than ever. Keep your main thing if you want. We just want to be your side chick.
Wow. Keep your main thing if you want.
Keep your main thing if you want. We just want to be your side chick.
So they're not even promoting sandwiches. They promoting be a side chick.
There you go.
Dumb as
Yeah.
hell.
You notice how
Yeah.
they didn't even tell you what was on the
Right.
sandwich,
Right.
did they?
No.
Did they used to tell you comes with side of lettuce,
Right.
pickles, and
No.
mayonnaise?
Yeah.
No.
None of that.
You don't even know if it come with fries.
Right.
Well, the only thing that they offer.
How much it costs? Nothing.
No
Just be a
price.
side chick.
No, nothing. Nothing.
The only thing, if you want a new side chick, get me and the crystal.
Right.
Get a girl that looks like me.
It says keep your main thing, and
And
I'll be your
yeah,
side
right,
chick.
right. You can have the main thing.
Damn, that's crazy. So they basically said, hey, the hell with what y'all consider to be good. I'm going to go full-fledged demon
Right.
and proclaim this evil, this whoredom.
Yep.
Saying, listen, I know sex sells. That's what they usually
Right.
market.
There you go.
Now whore sells.
Whoredom. Side chick.
Side chick sells.
Side chicken.
No
is
shame.
selling.
No shame.
Side chicken.
Quote unquote.
Pun intended. Side chicken
Sells.
sales.
Dang.
Side chicken.
And you, the craftiness of Esau, they go get a black woman.
Right.
No, there's no craftiness.
Yeah, the one that wants to kill the
Listen.
babies. Be a
Oh,
side.
no
Look at
craftiness.
this.
Let me
Go,
just pitch
be
this
a
to you.
side chick,
Right.
Because we got black women in government that is pushing
Kill
for
your
you to
baby.
kill your baby.
Right.
We got a solution for you side
There you
chickens.
go.
Damn.
Don't forget you had a senator twerking,
Chicken.
right? Which was a
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Senator
She was
twerking
twerking.
for votes.
So there's no shame. Listen, there's no craftiness in this. The more destructive Israel gets, guess what? Esau's going to take advantage of it.
There you go.
He will maintain your sickness.
Right.
Our dysfunction, his job, his duty is to maintain it.
Yep.
Keep you comfortable in your wickedness
Right.
and let you know it's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
You naked. It's okay.
It's
Nobody
all right.
sees it. It's
Side
okay.
chicken.
Side chicken.
Now
Why make it about
everybody,
three of us?
everybody ain't falling for drinking the Kool-Aid. It is a few sisters and one of them stood up and the way she's speaking, it looks like that she's actually watched the Israelites before.
Oh yeah.
Let's go and see what the sister said about the black community being out of order.
The black community is out of order. Shamika Michelle drops a bomb on Democrats trying to destroy the nuclear family.
So let's go and see what she said, the bomb that she dropped, and let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's play that.
Yes, I think that the black community does actually need strong nuclear families, but not because we're black, but because that's the natural order.
Amen.
And so I think it would be safe to say that Reese may not be a Christian because when God looked at man, he said it's not good for man to be alone. He gave him a woman.
Bring it up.
He didn't give him a village. He didn't give him the community. He said, be fruitful and multiply
There
to
you go.
this man and this woman. So it's supposed to be God, husband, wife, child.
That's
and
right.
That's the natural order. And that's why I think we can see some of the foolishness that we see in the black community because we are out of order. We can make all of this stuff that sounds good. I'm from a single parent home and I'm not somewhere cracked out in the streets selling my body. However, that is not ideal. It would have been better for me to be in God's order to have a mother and a father.
Oh, stop. Hold up.
I
hope you heard what she said. She comes from a single family home. Yeah. So she's not using that as an excuse or a crutch to continue that dysfunction.
There you go.
Damn.
There you go. So let you know, some people is seeing the wickedness and the foolishness that they talking about and ain't going for it.
No.
They standing up against it.
Right.
Let's go back to it because she's gonna drop the bomb here in a second. Let's go back to it.
To be in God's order to have a mother and a father to raise me. And that's just what it is. You know, the effect that it's had, we've had women for generations now saying that they don't need a man, and we have boys that don't want to be one.
Bomb
drop.
That was heavy. You got boys that don't want to be men.
They didn't have nothing to say. They were silenced. Everybody, and that's amazing how everybody agrees with what she's saying, but they still following after the ways of the world.
Right.
It don't make no damn sense, man. Give me that in Isaiah 29, verse 14.
That's the one.
Because as much as Esau still pushes his evil and he gives us money to destroy our own people, God said he got a plan for that. Isaiah 29, 14.
Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people.
That's the marvelous work that we see. That people are saying, hey, man, no, we ain't falling for this BS. No, this is destroying us as a people. We got damn boys that don't even want to be boys no more. Girls that don't even want to be girls no more. The whole place, the community is out of order. God is what you would say, he's reprogramming our minds to come back to him, to see evil that this man has pushed on us. And this is how he's doing it. Keep reading.
Even a marvelous work and a wonder.
Uh-huh.
For the wisdom of their
Hold on, read that again.
For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish.
The wisdom of the wise men are your politicians, your quote-unquote egalitarians, those that are sought for in council, that sit at those round seats and figure out ways of how to destroy the black community. God said, I'm going to destroy the wisdom of your wise man in this earth. Read on.
And the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid.
It's not going to work because the words of God are going to flood this earth. And people that don't even look like that they are wearing fringes and they've got head wraps on, you're going to see the wisdom of God proceed from their mouth, and you're going to know that they have been watching the Israelites in the way that they speak. That's how it was with Christ and Peter and them, right? He says, they said, your speech bewrayeth you that you've been with him. When you see people speak like this online, they ain't never did stuff like this before in this manner that they doing. They'll let you know their speech bewrayeth them that they have came in contact with Israelite videos. They don't want to tell nobody that we right and they watching us, so they'll just go out and speak it as if it came from them. That's God doing a marvelous work on the people. And when that time come, when the Lord say, okay, it's time for your spirit to wake up, all of that they have heard from us and been watching secretly is going to usher them right on into the truth.
There you go.
All right. Hey, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after this commercial break here on
Four Corners News.
Sweet love. that you're all I want, and that you're all I need. You lead our family with the fear of the Most High, using His words. You're never doing your own thing, and I'm forever indebted, my King. May we endure to the end. Two is better than one, and I'm so thankful I belong to you.
I need the spirits and less of your body, you know we gon' get it. And we in the streets to gather the sheep, you can say that we fishing. But God got intentions, and He got a mission to destroy all the minions. And the son of perdition, hunters, get them, runners, sprinting. The anger of Christ we quenching.
Life is full of obstacles, but how you overcome them is another story. Because at the end of the day, what profit it a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
What up, dude?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I got them things over there.
Nah, man, I ain't taking that route no more. Yeah.
Pookie in the hair looking at us.
Hello?
Dang, you can't call nobody no more?
Look, I told you I'm taking my life in a different direction.
Yeah, I understand all that, but I miss you. We can't work this out?
Look, let's not do this.
Because sometimes the only thing between you and the flesh is a day of rest.
Hey, Shalom, most I crank. Happy Sabbath. Hey, Happy Sabbath, Israel.
Wonderful to see all of black men together, getting along, loving each other. It's amazing.
I left the church to join God's army. We left the church to join God's infantry. Yeah. Said your father was there when you left. Your mother was there when you left. Your sister, your brother, your cousins, your auntie, your uncle was there when you left. Said your father was there when you left. Your mother was there when you left. Your sister, your brother, your cousins, your auntie, your uncles. I left the church. join God's army. We left the church.
We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. I am Captain Zakar to my left.
Captain Severus.
And you tuned in to News from the Corner.
Hey, shalom, Israel. Most High Christ bless. This Officer Lemuel, and to my right I have Rashad, we've been having a whole thing in the news about what's going on with Kanye West.
Right.
So apparently, the media, which is ran by the so-called Jewish people, they fined this man almost $11 billion for saying that we are the real Jews. Black people. How you feel about that?
Shit, I think that's true. There's a lot of truth to that. You feel me? We the first, we the last.
So we was asking Athena today, how do you feel about what's going on with Kanye West and the whole White Lives Matter?
Like, okay, so sometimes he be making sense, but he doesn't make sense. Like the whole White Lives Matter, you can't do that.
Okay. In this world, we can rap about being Muslim, we can be Christians, we can be the biggest drug dealer, we can be a homosexual, right?
Right.
But for some reason, when he said we the Jews, they took that man money. Why do you think they care so much about us knowing that?
Shit, well, the truth is motherfuckers. That's why they put everything in the books, they say, huh?
So if he makes sense on some stuff and makes sense and don't make sense on other stuff, how do you feel about when he said that we are the Jews?
He does have a good day. Remember, black people were the Christians.
Okay, that's true.
So, like, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Niggas don't read like that right now. You feel you got a cracker that'll read the whole library. Right. Nigga walk in that bitch and look for a female or some shit and get the hell on about it though.
Right, that's fine.
Everything, I was about to say, like, everything that he's been saying, like his whole, like, time with Adidas, why now? Because he's leaning towards his color people, like his people. Like, I don't think that's right. I mean, I definitely don't think it's the right thing for them to do either, as a business, either, just because, like, their stock's gonna go down, like, Yeezys was what was making their money. Like, they were really, like, Yeezy, they was making their money.
Hey, shalom, y'all. So, Yeshua, USC Miami. We got Isaac and Sebastian. Yeah, so let me ask you real quick about what Kanye was going on in the news, and let me talk about it a little bit. What you think?
I mean, I think it was like an excuse to, like, nothing can be said, you know? He said what he said, and I'm not defending him. It's the same, I feel like I'm a big Kanye fan. So it's like, I just gotta remove that from like the art that he's made, you know?
Right, like keep the art separate and all that?
Yeah, from like him personally.
So what part about it, or like, cause you know, Kanye said a lot of crazy stuff. So he's kind of like, that's part of like what he's known for. I don't know if you follow him as much, but I don't follow him. Alright, good. He's known for saying a bunch of crazy stuff. Black Lives Matter, Trump hats, all this Yeah, man. But what made this so different from what he's done in the past?
I couldn't tell you, honestly. I think now he's also on. Before all this, was also on like the highest pedestal he's been on in his career.
Yeah.
Maybe not like music-wise, but in, like the public eye.
Yeah, 100%. He was the richest black man for a while, and then that.
So I think that had something to do with it. It's like how like the public then perceived him. You know.
So what do you think? What was it about it that went wrong with that? What do you think? What it is exactly that he said out of all of what happened with the last week? What in particular did he say that was just so off?
I mean, the biggest thing was why like Adidas dropped him and all that, like anti-Semitic.
He didn't really say it's not. He didn't say nothing racist or anything like that. That's not racist or anything.
They screw the world.
Yeah, like, yeah. I don't know how that's any different than freaking Make America Great and everything. That if he was promoting before with Trump and everything, like what's the difference?
Shalom, this is Captain OC of the IUIC Booster Club. Today I'm going to show you and tell you how you can join the Booster Club. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to send an email to iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. In the body of the email, you're going to include your name, where you congregate, and how long you have been with IUIC. Once you sent this email, wait for a response, and then you too will be a member of the IUIC Booster Club. Shalom.
But where you get that shirt from?
Solomons-closet.com. Your one-stop shop to look fly with affordable prices and great designs. Solomons-closet.com.
We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. I am Captain Zakar to my left,
Captain Severus,
and to his left,
Officer Daniel,
and to his left,
Officer Azaniah,
and to his left,
Officer Lael,
and we make up Four Corners News. Thank you for tuning in to Four Corners News, where we bring you the news from all over the world, giving you the sense of the Bible. All right, hey, so let's get into it, man. Kanye is still on his rampage. The Lord is using him, as Deacon Asaph brought out in the class. I think on his Friday Night Raw class, it was called God and Satan is using Kanye. Yeah. So that was a heavy understanding that Deacon brought out. You can go check that out on Friday Night Raw. I think it's on IUIC in the classroom. Okay, you
also
go check
Clubhouse.
That out.
Clubhouse, he been going in.
Yeah, he been on
That's
fire,
straight.
man.
Yeah.
If you want more of Friday Night Raw, you can get Friday Night Raw every single day on Biblical Smoke.
Yes.
That's on Clubhouse, man. Every day, Deacon goes in Lord's will. All right. So let's see what Kanye's talking about in the news this week.
Bring it out. Kanye West refuses to be canceled.
So he refuses to be canceled. He's been doubling down on every interview. If you've been paying attention and noticing, every interview he's going on, he continues to mention that we Jew too.
Right.
That's how he said. We Jew too.
That's
Blood
right.
of Christ.
Yeah.
We Jew too. Orthodox Christian. We Jew too. And what's been shown in this thing is that actually. It looks like that he's watching more and more as the weeks go on, so he can get his verbiage right when he speaks on behalf of us being Jew.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
He's lasting longer than most brothers I know that were. Speaking of, we got
Nick Cannon.
There you go. That's
Right,
the one.
right,
That's
yeah.
the one.
They fold quick.
Fold quick under pressure.
Deshaun Jackson.
That's another one.
I'm about to take this $10 million check from you.
There you go.
What do you have to say now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Throw on a dress or a costume.
On your
right.
knees.
Chuck and jive.
And some people
Come
say
on
he
now,
apologized on the Piers Morgan. Nah, that was Piers Morgan, the white dude, trying to lead him into an
There you
apology.
go.
He said,
Right.
yeah, I'm sorry about whoever I hurt, but we Jew. He said right after that, yeah, we
Right,
Jew.
right.
Blood of Judah. Blood of Christ. Christian.
That was classic.
Right after that.
Classic Kanye.
Classic, man. So let's see in the ways that he's refusing to be counseled. Let's go. Let's read that.
Twitter and Instagram accounts being locked. Kanye said, "I want to talk about the Jewish comment. It's actually proven the exact point that I made."
It is. And this is the thing about how God said that he would destroy the wisdom of this world. Where is the wise man, the dispute of it? Where is it at? How he would do it? Because in them trying to silence him and shun him from exposing who they are scripturally and opening up spiritual eyes of the real Israelites, the real Jews, they're actually proving what Kanye said about who runs the media, who owns the black voice.
Right.
You can tell who owns the black voice because this is the thing too I thought about. Where is all the rappers and stuff to no, we support Kanye.
Right.
Damn. He's proving the point. They own your voice because they won't even speak up on his behalf, man. He's actually proving his point, man. That's the wisdom of God, man. Let's go back to that, see what he was talking about. Bring it out.
He continued saying, "They never expected someone to have the platform. It's not that anyone is afraid. They're afraid of us not being afraid anymore. They can't use all the tactics. I'm talking about my life has been threatened for having a political opinion."
Give me that in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, and I want you to read verse 19 on down. Look at, because this is where you got to have spiritual eyes and not idolize the man and actually pay attention to what's being done right here. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, and let's read verse 19 on down.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
"For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise."
There you go. God said, because the wise will be those that said, we are going to make sure that they never rise again. They will never find out who they are. Come, let us come together and cut off the name of Israel, that it be no longer in remembrance. That's the wise of this world. But God said that I'm going to destroy the wisdom of the wise. Read on.
"And will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent."
That means, you know what that means? That means when you ask a random person on the street, are black people the real Jews? They're going to say, yeah. That's God bringing the understanding of the prudent to nothing. Where they might not be living the way they're supposed to be living, but somewhere deep down in the recesses of their spirit, they've heard, oh yeah, we the real Israelites. We the real Jews of the Bible. They've heard it somewhere. That's God destroying the wisdom of the prudent of this world. Read on.
"Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Hath not God made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Read on.
For after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God."
The wisdom of the world, the Big Bang Theory and all that stuff, we evolved from among you. Yeah, you don't know God. If you think that, you don't know God. Read on.
The hell is this? "For after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching."
Of what?
The foolishness of preaching.
Now, see, Kanye might not be doing it in the way that is biblical right now, but he's going about preaching that black people are the real Jews.
That's right. And just that little bit is on another level.
Yep.
You got pastors now that shun and turn away from that because it lets you know, listen, the hell with your money. I don't care about that. We are the real Jews. That's all that matters. Just that little bit. That could just turn the whole world upside down. Obviously, you see, it turned it all upside down.
There you go.
Adidas, all of them.
And Cap, they even with that, just those little comments and that little wisdom that Kanye West is putting out there, they're trying to portray him as crazy. Like he
That's
don't know
the
what he's
point.
talking about. Like that's foolishness that's coming out of his mouth.
And Kanye has lost millions over this right now.
Billions.
Yeah, right. Because he's speaking truth. So he spoke more truth than any other pastor has ever taught in a sermon.
It shows you how damaging the truth is.
There you go.
They're willing to throw away billions of dollars, destabilize the whole economy, because we say we're the real Jews.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, give me that in Mark. Watch this, because everybody saying Kanye crazy. They thought the same thing about Jesus.
Right.
Now, remember, I said you got to learn how to separate. You got to hear the wisdom of God and not idolize the man. This is God's wisdom destroying the wise of this world, where they said, we'll make sure they'll never rise again. But every so often, God puts in the spirit on a entertainer that has 30 million followers on Instagram, 50 million followers on Twitter, billionaire, billions of records sold. He's all over the news, and he'll come out somewhere and say, George Bush don't care about black people. Oh, damn. Oh, what's going on? And then the people watch it be like, damn, you know what? He don't care about black people. The hell with that government? Then he'll be quiet down. Then on sudden, he's like, yeah, y'all think everything's cool? Y'all living in? Oh, okay, over there? Yeah, I'm over here. You over there? Hey, we Jew too.
Right.
Black people are the 12 tribes of Judah. We Jew too.
Right.
Whoa. Damn, what happened?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Anti-Semitic.
Thought he was a nigga in Paris.
Right. I thought he was niggas in Paris. So the title changed.
Yeah, read that in Mark chapter 3, verse 21. Watch this. They thought Christ was crazy as well.
Mark chapter 3 and verse 21. And when his friends heard of it.
Hey, man, what you talking about? You Israelites, we the Jews. Read on.
They went out to lay hold on him.
Hey, man, come on. Stop what you doing.
Right.
Apologize. Don't be talking about, man, you're going to do away with the law of Moses and sacrifice, and that you the way, the truth, and the life. You better stop it, man. Read on.
For they said, he is beside himself.
Translate that for me.
Crazy.
He crazy, y'all.
He's beside himself.
He say he the son of God. He say that they the real Jews. He crazy, y'all. And what happened? The same thing that the Pharisees did. They made everybody get behind that, push that propaganda. And what did they do? They went to the white man and said, crucify him.
Damn.
We see it happening right here before our eyes.
Yep.
And they did, and they doing it to Kanye because he's on a bigger level. But they've been doing that to bishops and deacons for decades now. Saying they crazy, they're a cult, they are beside themselves. Them niggas to think that they are any more than monkeys. Damn.
You know what that remind me of is that when Christ came, he said, had I would have not came, they would have never knew that they had sin. That type of stuff. So pretty much whenever we bring out the truth, that little bit of light comes in to their spirit and they automatically reject and deny the scriptures. That's why they go to the white man. That's why they go to Rome.
Right.
What the hell is this?
Man. Good point. Let's go see what else. Why Kanye ain't big. Oh, the repercussions of him refusing to be canceled. Let's go to it. Let's read that.
Adidas terminates partnership with Kanye West.
And that's what we was talking about, where he's lost his quote unquote billions. Now, I'm gonna tell you this too. This is something to be aware of with how Adidas cut him. And let's see who else cut him, because I think it shows it too. Let's see who else cut him.
Gap and Foot Locker remove all Yeezy merchandise.
So they done so now, since they can't, it seems like now since they can't silence him, because the thing is, this is how America built itself to be self-destructing. Instead of counseling him outright and silencing him, America is built on what you would say instant gratification. They've come to the point of where they are click monsters. They feed off of clicks and views, and they live for that. So instead of just like, oh, we're not dealing with him no more, we canceling him. What has happened is people are bringing him on the shows more and more and more, and he just keeps saying the same thing. Black people are the 12 tribes of Israel. We Jew too. That's who we are. They keep giving him the platform, so they can't silence him.
Every interview he says it.
Right. They keep thinking that he's the hottest thing right now. The controversy controversial thing going on.
Yeah.
So let's get him on the show. And one Edomite said, let him talk.
Yeah.
Let him talk.
That's the worst thing.
That's the worst thing. That's the spirit of the Lord. You think you got it all together, but he gonna drop something that just gonna bust this thing wide open. And can I get the script?
Yeah, bring it up.
Get Psalms, Ecclesiastes 7:7 real quick. This is what's triggering it over and over, and you can't just stomp it out. You gotta kill it, right? That's eventually what's gonna happen. Read that for it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7.
Surely
oppression maketh a wise man mad.
And that's what's triggering Kanye.
Yeah.
That's what, right? That's his professional. That's what's triggering him to constantly see it. And the thing is, he's experiencing it through his children, right?
Yeah.
He don't have access to his children.
Yep.
He's seeing the Plan B that he keep mentioning over and over.
Yep.
He sees the systematic system that's set up on the music.
He sees the silencing of black voices in Hollywood.
There you go.
Right.
So that right there is triggering him to constantly bring it out. Watch this. This is what Esau is dependent on. Go ahead.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
That's what the Edomite is dependent on.
Yep.
That trinket, that gift. They are hoping that it will silence the elites and blacks. They're betting on that, but it doesn't phase
As of
Kanye.
right now, Kanye did not accept the gift to destroy
There we go.
him. Yeah. And the gift that they gave him was the Gap. In the Foot Locker, Balenciaga, the Adidas, all of that was the gift that they thought would destroy him and keep him quiet.
Right.
But he, as of right now, he's refused it to not let him destroy him. So, as I was saying, America is a self-destructive where they want likes and views because it's all based on money. So they keep inviting him on the show, and they can't silence him and counsel because people keep bringing him on the show. So the next thing that they said, well, damn, we can't silence his voice because if we keep doing that, people are really going to wake up and say, damn, it is them that's doing it. They are silencing. They do own the black voice. So what are they doing? They are waging economic warfare on Kanye.
Not knowing that what's happening, they're going to trigger and make him a martyr.
Yeah.
They don't even see it. That's the Lord's plan. Go ahead, do the worst you can. And then the world will continue to see it. Israel will begin to wake up slowly.
Right. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. They now have begun to wage economic warfare on Kanye because people keep bringing him on the damn show. And he keeps saying, yeah, black people are the 12 tribes of Judah, the 12 tribes of Israel. We Jew too. That's who we are. So they said, you know what? Next best thing we can do is let's take his money.
Yeah.
Let's go back to who else has been waging economic warfare on him. Let's go. Let's look at it. Read that.
Adidas officially terminates partnership.
So Adidas cut him off, right? Adidas cut him off. Go ahead.
With Kanye West. Adidas says company will lose $246 million in fourth quarter after ending partnership with Kanye West.
Now it end up actually being more than that because if you think about it, black people don't even wear Adidas no more.
You're right.
The only reason that people even thought about Adidas, it was to make fun of it and call it what? Adidas. Nobody even wear that damn stuff no more. The only reason they was even a company, because Russell Simmons brought it out, the only reason they was even a company is because Run DMC kept them alive back in the 80s.
With the full set.
And with the shell toes. And then Kanye came around with the Yeezys to keep them alive. They are so willing to prove that they are with the establishment, the powers that be, that they run the industry, that they are willing to have their company fold and cut off their main source of income.
You know what that thought is? Is that, okay, this is what's happening. He's a nigga, but I will find a better nigga like him.
That's the next step.
Who signs away
246
million? Who signs that away?
Say,
bro, you know if you let him go, you're gonna lose 246 million.
Yeah,
no problem. We'll find a new nigga.
Man, they run this stuff, man. We gotta let him go. Because they'll come for us.
They'll come for
if
us.
we don't.
Right.
Cut him off. All right. Hey, give me that in Matthew 16. Because also with this, looking at these things, this is something else that you got to realize. When you come to serve the Lord, as it says in Sirach 2, prepare thy soul for temptation. certain things are going to happen to you when you start speaking that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the real Jews of the Bible, and somebody out here is silencing and owns the black voice. It's some things that you got to be ready to endure. Matthew 16, verse 24.
Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself.
You got to deny yourself. Whatever it may be that is holding you back from following, thus saith the Lord, and keeping the commandments, you have to deny yourself those pleasures of the world, whether it be contracts with Gap,
there you go.
Adidas, Balenciaga, whatever it might be. Hell, even where we are with they on our level, because we ain't on the monetary level of Kanye. It might be we'll make your manager if you work on the Sabbath.
Boom, there you go.
We'll make your supervisor and increase your pay by $20,000 if you work on the Sabbath and no days off. You willing to do that? Nah, you got to be able to deny yourself those things.
That's
right. Read on.
And take up his cross and follow me.
Read on.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
That's the things you got to be willing to do. When you come to serve the Lord, you got to be willing to lose your life. Not just maybe physically, but the things that you think is life around you. The going to the clubs, the celebrate the Christmas, birthdays, the baby showers, the eating the pork, going to church on Sundays and all. You got to be willing to lose all of that to come and serve life. Because if you try to hold on to that, you're going to ultimately lose your eternal life by following the things of this world.
Eventually, you become a coward.
Yeah.
You become a coward. That first time you retract and you run, you tuck tails and run, that stains on you.
Somebody bring him
what are you going to stand up for?
Right.
You got to stand up for something.
Yeah.
Remember, even Satan, he's implemented all this stuff into his children, his descendants, the so-called white man. He implemented that. They standing firm on their nonsense.
Yeah.
So what you gonna stand up for?
Yep. Black people don't stand up for
Nothing.
a damn thing. You know what they stand up for? Abortion. Damn. That's what black folks stand up for. Abortion. That's side chicks.
Side chicken.
Read that verse 26. This is the main.
No fries. Side chicken, no fries.
That commercial.
Read that.
I'm sorry.
16:26. This is the main point about it. Read that.
Verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
That's the thing, like you talking about, Cap. If you don't stand up for something and all you are living for is for profit, whether it be status or whether it be monetary value, ultimately in doing that, you don't just become a coward, you lose your own soul. What does that mean, lose your own soul? You are whoever they want you to be.
Right.
Damn. You ain't yourself no more. No, I believe in this. I stand for this. Right. Hey, nigga, we're going to take away all your money. Let me interview with this old Holocaust dude. Let me get my first Nick Cannon paycheck to the Auschwitz Museum. I stand with George Payball and I refute everything that he says. Leave my name out of his stuff. I ain't got nothing to do with that, nigga.
Right. Ain't no Ray with the I should have stopped him. I usually let him talk. Yeah, I know. I get him drunk. I should have stopped him. I'm sorry.
And they cover it up. They cover it up with like, these are image consultants. These are money management.
Right.
Influencers.
Get a script.
Yeah.
Ciroc 2, real quick on that same fearful spirit.
Oh yeah, that's a good one right there. Ciroc 2 is the 12.
There we go.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe be to the fearful heart.
It says destruction to the fearful heart. Come on.
And faint hands. And the sinner that goeth two ways.
You unstable. Yep. You don't know which way to go. Go ahead.
Woe unto them that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not.
He don't believe in nothing.
There you go.
He only believes in money. He has no God. Read.
Therefore shall he not be defended.
The Lord will not protect you in that day.
Nope.
You will lose the kingdom.
There you go. Heavy point, man. Let's pull up Let's pull up what Boyce Watkins. He's real heavily into the economics in the black community. Try to teach black people how to make their money work for them because we was never taught that stuff in school. We was only taught to, go to college, be a good wage worker and things like that. But so he's on the financial side of things, not really on the spiritual side of it. But we could use what he's talking about when he's referring to Kanye in this moment. Go ahead, let's play the video.
So this is the breakup that everybody knew was going to happen. Kanye West is now officially out of Adidas. The company just made the announcement that they are officially cutting ties with Kanye West. And let me tell you, that is a huge financial mistake. Adidas stock price plummeted like a brick when they made the announcement. It dropped by about 4% in one day, which is pretty massive. And also, if you look carefully at Adidas financials, you'll find that they can't.
That let you know that nobody even dealt with Adidas before Kanye. Kanye brought them back. Nobody was going to Foot Locker like, hey man, let me get them Adidas shell toes with the 3 lions on it that look the same exact damn way as they did back when Run DMC was wearing them. Nobody said that. But, to the powers that be, they'll cut off their main source of income. Let's go back to him.
That was dumb as hell.
Let's go.
Afford to cut off ties with Kanye. The collaboration between Adidas and Kanye West generated $1.7 billion for the company last year. This is a company that only had a net income of about $250 million. So the company announced an immediate hit to their revenue of a few $100 million. Is going to keep on going. This is not a stock I would ever buy in a million years. So it shows that racism does not pay. Now, why do I say that racism doesn't pay? Well, it's because the reason that Adidas says that they're getting rid of Kanye West is because they feel that he's anti-Semitic and we don't support hate speech, blah, blah, blah. Well, the problem with that and all the other companies that are cutting ties with Kanye over alleged hate speech is that many of them are completely okay with record labels that are owned by people in majority labels are owned and controlled by people in certain communities like Def Jam and others.
Nobody wants to say
basically
Jewish
make
people
billions of dollars spewing out the most hate-filled music ever. They put out hip-hop music that gets black kids killed every day. There's a rapper that dies every week. There are kids in the hood that are dying. You're mass marketing drug addiction to young kids. So it's very hypocritical for them to say on one hand, oh, we don't support hate speech, blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, you're promoting hate speech and making $1 trillion off of it.
There you go.
Well, my name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. We're going to discuss these issues this year at the All Black National Convention.
There you go. Woo. They are willing to have their company fold. He said they only made $250 million or worth of $250 million. You got basketball players that got NBA contracts that make more than a damn company that's been around for 80 years. Wow. But the powers that be, they control everything. Like Kanye said, they said we're willing to fold and keep our good relationship with y'all just so we won't be labeled anti-Semitic or a supporter of anti-Semitism.
What the hell is this?
But you gotta look at this though. Because I know we got short memories. Them cutting him, this just ain't something out of the blue because he said that stuff and it still took them a while to cut him off, right? They didn't do it immediately. They didn't come out like other brands like, hey, we cutting him off. Yeah, Balenciaga and all them places, Gap, they cut him off like the same day or two they heard it. It made rounds. So why did Adidas end up doing it? Pull it up. Let's see who had that done to him. Read that.
Endeavor CEO, Ari Emanuel.
Ari Emanuel.
There we go.
Keep going.
One of the most influential people in Hollywood has called on all companies to cut business ties with Kanye West, including Apple, Spotify, Adidas.
Now, you would think, man, Ari Emanuel, man, who is he, man? Maybe he just some, famous dude in the industry that you ain't never heard of.
Never heard of.
Let's see who he is and where he comes from. Can we pull that up? Read that for him.
Born to a Jewish family.
Hold on. Ari Emanuel is what?
Born to a Jewish family.
Hot damn. Kanye was right.
Got him.
Read on.
In Chicago, Emanuel was raised in suburban Wilmette Illinois.
Uh-huh.
is the brother of former mayor of Chicago, Rahm.
He's the brother of who?
Of Rahm Emanuel.
Hello. Hey, if you know anything about Chicago politics, Rahm Emanuel was out there having police kill niggas wholesale in Chicago.
Look at ass.
So now it adds up. Hold on. He said, hey, I'm calling on all companies, Apple, Spotify, Adidas, to cut him off and stop dealing with him. A few days later, who stopped dealing with him? Adidas. Damn, Kanye.
He was
right. So you was right.
He ain't crazy, y'all.
He ain't crazy. He don't sound crazy to me.
Proof is in the pudding, y'all.
So Kanye was right.
He ain't crazy. He ain't crazy.
Kanye ain't crazy.
Yeah, he said it over.
He ain't crazy.
He said I said something about the black unifying the black family. He said they medicated him.
Yeah,
they medicated him.
say that.
Oh, you crazy?
Yep.
I'm telling you, man.
He said that, man.
As soon as you begin to say anything that has anything to do with the Israelite family, the coming together, or the everybody joining together, one mind, one spirit, censor him, demonize him.
Yep.
Anti-Semitic. Trigger words being created.
That's it, man. Give me that in Revelation 2, verse 9. See, this is the thing that you didn't understand when Christ actually said this.
Bring it out.
Revelation 2 and 9.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
See, you don't know the blasphemy of them say they are, but they are not, but they actually who?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
You don't know what they do behind closed doors.
Read that again.
That's what Christ understood. Christ knew that there was going to come a point that they would be doing things that you didn't know they would be doing behind the door, closed doors, pulling strings, silencing people that want to speak out of truth of who they are. They would be silencing that thing behind closed doors and cutting off people's money. Their way of living, you wouldn't know that, but Christ already let you know it was going to happen thousands of years before it actually came to fruition.
That's right. There's a scripture that talks about he that cutteth his neighbor's living is a man of blood.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times when we see that they're trying to cut off the way that we live, because they specifically mention Apple, Spotify, all those are streams of income for the musician.
Right.
And they are the men of blood. And when you read that in Ezekiel 35, that perpetual hatred, that's how they show that perpetual hatred, and that's how they enact that racism, because they hate us. They hate the truth.
That's a cold precept.
Give me that in Sirach. Let's go to that scripture. Pull it out, man. Somebody that will cut off a man's living. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 34 in verse 22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
Read that again.
He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
That means you kill him. You're trying to kill that man to take away your neighbor's living.
Killing him softly.
So
that's what they doing.
Yeah. So the next step is to actually get him.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
If he keep going,
that's what Kanye said. He said he feels like his life is in danger.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to bring it out.
He said that before. Let's go back to whatever his name is. Let's pull up the link of him just to show it. Okay, we got it. Now look, that's him right there. Read his name.
Ariel Jev Emanuel is an American businessman and the CEO of Endeavor.
Read that again.
Somebody bring him some almond
That brother
milk.
good.
Ariel Zev Emanuel is an American businessman and the CEO of Endeavor, an entertainment and media agency that owns the UFC.
They own what?
The UFC.
Woo, keep going.
He was a founding partner of the Endeavor Talent Agency and was instrumental in shaping its June 2009 merger with the William Morris Agency.
So
now, go ahead, Cap.
You ever seen was it Django?
Yeah.
Django. That fight scene. Right? Remember that fight scene?
Yeah,
who owned those fighters? Who
bring
owned
it
them?
out.
So he's that modern day slave that owned the Mandigos fighting each other. It's playing itself over and over again.
Name in that movie,
was that? Damn. He owned the plantation. What's the name?
It
of
wasn't
the
Leonardo.
Right, but what's his name?
But I forget his.
I forget his name.
Monshore.
If y'all know, post the name.
Nah, it
of,
wasn't Candy. Candy was from
Candyland. Was the name?
Candyland, but I think his name was Mr. Montclair, Mr. Monshore, or something
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Right.
He might have been one of them Jewish people.
Right.
He might have been one of them.
So that lets you know.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Let you know, man. So go back to and all of that. Go back to it. I want to show you that. Now scroll down. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down some on that. And read that background.
Born to a Jewish family in Chicago, Emmanuel was raised in suburban Wilmette, Illinois. Emmanuel is the brother of former mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, American oncologist and bioethicist Ezekiel Emanuel.
Now I want you to click on Mayor Rahm. Click on Rahm Emanuel. Click on Rahm. Now go back. Go back. And click on Rahm. There you go. I want you to see him so people know who he is. There you go. That's Rahm Emanuel. That's his brother. Was the daggone governor or whatever he was of Chicago. And when he was over Chicago, black folk were getting killed by police. They had one incident where they shot up some boy that was on the ground 20-something times, and they hid the video. And guess who told him to hide the video? That dude right there.
Wow.
That dude right there, man. So, shoot. Go back. Let's go back to the other one. Let's go to the other article on that, and let's see, because this is what happens to when you're no longer. Just go to the next one. It's what happens when you're no longer a nigga in Paris and you just got niggas in Babylon. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. No, yeah, you're going the other way. Yeah, you got niggas in Babylon. Go back right there.
There you go.
This is what happens when you're a nigga in Babylon.
Aaron Donald and Jalen Brown have announced they are both leaving Donda Sports.
They doing what?
Leaving Donda Sports.
This is what happens. This is why we have no power. This is why this is why they could do anything they want to us, and they know that it will prosper because we won't stand up for each other. Yeah. We'll begin to separate from each other. We won't say, "Hey man, what y'all doing to him is wrong."
Right.
Hey, I might not agree with everything you say, but you ain't gotta cut off a man living and send him to the grave and all of it. No, we don't do that. We help in the destruction of our own people. That's the crabs in the barrel.
Let me get a
quick.
It's triggering that. Give me Ezekiel 22 real quick. Ezekiel 22.
Bring it out. They got that crab in the barrel.
Ezekiel 22 verse 30. Read that for me.
Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 30. And I sought for a man among them that should make up the hedge and stand in the gap before me for the land.
Stand in the gap before me. Come on.
That I should not destroy it. But I found none.
And found none. Constantly, Lord is proving us. Are you the one that's going to stand up against the evil and stand in the gap so I don't destroy the land? Cause destruction to happen in your neighborhood. Are you that one? And then you got this. You got men that turn their back on it.
On your own people.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why, Cap, that's why the Lord had to ask who will stand up.
Who will rise up?
He had to ask the question.
He had to ask that question because you got Jake like this.
Go to that scripture in Psalms 94. Psalm 94, because God knew that his people, we ain't got the heart to stand up against evil. He had to ask that question. Read that real quick. We're going to precept it. Read that.
Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
There you go. He had to ask that question because our people are so faint-hearted.
Right.
They won't stand up for their own people. And look who else is not only it being a slew of black people, Aaron Donald and the other dude, Jalen Brown. Look who else is. And you would think that they would at least kept their mouth shut.
Right.
And ain't even got nothing to do with them. Pull it up. Drop the black bars.
Oh, man.
Q-tip. Wow. He's supposed to be pro-black ass. Conscious.
There you go.
You know he knows something if he's supposed to be pro-black and conscious. Look what he said. Read that.
I support my Jewish friends and the Jewish people.
There you go. It ain't even got nothing to do with him.
Right. I support my oppressors.
There you go.
And my oppressors,
my friends.
I just want to let y'all
family
know
too.
I just want to let y'all know where I stand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I know y'all weren't talking to me.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that y'all know, because I know I came off as conscious when I made my music. Right. Back in the day, what's it?
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
Most Def, he was around that, in that
yeah, I
round.
know
Common.
I came off conscious, but I want y'all to know that I'm unconscious. I'm unconscious right now.
I used to be woke. Now I'm
I just
sleep.
want to let y'all know everything that I said in all my albums was entertainment.
That's it.
I'm just a Q-tip. That's the name, right?
Right.
Q-tip. That's all I is.
I'm a Q-tip.
That's all he is.
I clean your way.
Hey, that's the worst thing about it. That's why they can do whatever they want to us, because they know we're not going to stand up for each other.
Come on now.
We'll turn on our own people. And look what happened, worst of all, this is why God said, don't marry these damn heathens. Pull it up. Read that for them. Y'all know who that is, right? Read it.
Hate speech is never okay or excusable.
There you go.
I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end.
The woman that got his own kids.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you how I told it. The wench turned on it,
There you
y'all.
go.
Like we knew she would.
Her natural nature.
Her natural nature came. Let me stand with my own people.
You can see the rust.
And
now.
she's not Jewish, but she's white.
There you go.
Right.
That let you know who they are too. They white, just right along with her, and she sided with her people instead of the man that made her a mother and a wife for a time being. Although it's sin, we don't conduct marrying these other nations. He at least gave that whore some kids, and she turned on him, y'all.
Yeah.
I stand with them, and not with the man that blessed me with kids and made me a mother that sinned and went against his own God. Damn.
That's the same thing that happened with Samson.
Wait a minute.
A lot of them, they'll stick with their nation no matter what.
Yep.
If you, even though she's laying with the black man, in the back of her mind, she see dollar signs.
That's it. Hey, I want y'all to understand this. This woman has got rich off of black cock.
Damn. Say it again, Cap.
Shit.
Say it again.
Am I lying?
Drop the bomb again.
She has got rich off of black cock and turned around and betrayed the black cock.
Damn. There you go.
Damn.
Straight up.
Get it off your chest.
Straight up.
Halfway.
A lot of time, brothers think they could blow Becky back out, and
Here we
Becky
go.
gonna be loyal.
Nah. Not when it come down to the nitty gritty.
Nah. Becky already 2 steps ahead. If you can't provide me fame, all right, I don't care how many kids you give Becky. She's gonna go back to her natural programming. It's betrayal and destruction of the black man. Straight up.
That's the same
Straight
thing
up.
they did in slavery. She'll go and lay with the big black buck, but towards the end of the day, she'll return back to her man.
always.
Hey, Cap, ain't she just used her black kids to become a spokesperson for Black Lives Matter?
Yeah. She was using them. Using them to
try to become a humanitarian.
Humanitarian. I became a lawyer because black kids.
Right.
Who we got online? Okay, all right. Let me know when y'all ready, man. But give me that in Deuteronomy 7:3 real quick. We're gonna break out the law so you know.
There we go.
We're gonna break out the law. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3.
3 and 4.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Don't marry him. Go ahead.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
Now check this out. Check this out. Kanye didn't have the testicular fortitude to come out and say, black people, we Jews. Right. He didn't have the testicular fortitude to come out and say that until he separated from who?
Good point.
That Edomite woman right there.
That's right.
He was able to stand up for his God and no longer be turned away once he separated from the damn Edomite.
Here we go.
That's it. What y'all got? We ready?
We ready?
Break it up.
Bishop Nathaniel.
Most High Christ bless, sir.
Oh, praise him.
That's right. It's a great topic. We're gonna ride. How does that expression go? We're gonna ride just something till the wheels fall off.
That's right.
I don't know how the expression goes. I know what you're talking about.
Hey, so Bishop, what you think about what we going over here?
Well, it's a great topic. We're gonna ride this wave. And you mentioned not marrying with the other nations.
when you listen, marriage is a political system.
Yes, sir.
Many times people say, oh, it's love, it's love. Sometimes it's very political. If you notice in the NBA and the NFL, they have these, let me turn my volume up, I'm messing with it. They have these Edomite women, what do they call them, like groupies. But these girls, these women are trained to finesse and seduce black ball players.
Yep. Right.
Let's take a look at Numbers 31. I'm going to show you something real quick that's biblical. Numbers 31, and I believe it's verse 15 and 16.
15, 16.
Numbers chapter 31 and verse 15. And Moses said unto them, have ye saved all the women alive? Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor. And there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord.
Now, if you remember the history, look at Numbers 25 and 1. What is Moses talking about? Look at Numbers 25, verse 1.
Numbers chapter 25 and verse 1. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And they called the
Balaam, that witch, Balaam told the king, you got to send the women in to seduce the men. Get these men sexually, get them to worship false gods, and we can destroy them. We can overthrow them. That's the same method, MO today.
Yeah.
You get these brothers, big, strong brothers. They go to the NBA, NFL, Hollywood. There's always a white girl who's been trained to seduce them.
Yep.
And after they have 1 or 2 kids, what do? They divorce that brother and get his money and bring it right back to their white father. That's what happens. I don't see why people can't wake up and smell coffee.
Same thing Kim did to Kanye. Got rich off a black cock, got 4 kids, and she about to take whatever left money he got left. She about to take that damn money with them 4 kids.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, in this what they call this? Cancel. What do they call this? Cancel
culture. Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. I don't know about y'all, but when I was younger, you could watch shows like Archie Bunker, All in the Family, the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
And you could pretty much say pretty much any word, and it wasn't too much offense. They didn't say nigga all the way, but Archie Bunker would go
yeah, right.
And everybody knew what he was going to say, and everybody bust out laughing. But today, anything you say offends everybody.
Yes, sir.
And, I'm upset. Now, Kanye says he's a Jew. And all praise to the Most High for that. Now, how deep he believes that, time will tell.
Right.
Whether a gift will destroy him or whatever, I don't know. Now, also, I want to say this. These companies that canceled him, many times when you break a contract, there's financial ramifications when you break a contract. I hope everybody know that.
Yeah.
So Kanye, they broke contracts with him, all these companies. There has to be financial ramifications for them breaking these contracts. Lots of money, big money. Okay. Yes, now look at Amos 5 and 10 real quick, if we can. Amos 5 and 10.
Yes, sir.
The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. For as much therefore.
So the prophecy says they hate him that rebukes him. To rebuke means to correct. Okay? So Kanye, he has a bigger voice than most people. So when he says we're a Jew, and he gets on the Jewish executives, so forth and so on, they get mad because Kanye is rebuking them. And it says they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. So they hate that thing. Now, Kanye keeps saying, so in case they try to kill me.
Right.
People saying, why is Kanye keep saying that?
Yeah.
Think about this. I want y'all to think back. Michael Jackson said his Jewish executives, they were wicked when it came to business. What happened to Michael Jackson? A mysterious death. The artist known as Prince said his Jewish executives were wicked.
Yeah.
He had a mysterious death.
Yeah, out of the blue.
I want you to peep all these signs.
Mm-hmm.
The hell is this?
Yep.
It's not just done to it. It's Sam Cooke.
Yeah,
that was another.
When he said he was going to fund Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, if they got together, mysterious death, some woman just came out of nowhere and stabbed them up.
Right. Damn. That's crazy.
You can't make this stuff up, brothers.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's why.
These are dangerous times we live in.
Yep.
But we were born for this.
That's right.
That's right. We were born for this.
That's right.
I don't know if Kanye was, but we was born for this.
That's right. That's right. All praises to the Most High. All praises. Appreciate the call, Bishop. Thank you for bringing it out. And make sure y'all tune in this week on Sabbath. All right. Shalom, Bishop.
All praise the Lord.
Bishop. Woo! Bishop brought it out.
That's right.
Fire. Fire.
Right?
Woo!
I ain't never seen a comic box go so crazy.
All praise. He said, hey, Bishop said something heavy right there. He said, I don't know if Kanye was born for this, but we was born for this.
That's right.
Get that in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5.
Bring it out.
That's the stuff right there to get you high. I'm ready to go camp now. Damn, it's 10:30. Bishop got me ready to go to camp. Sheesh. Jeremiah 1, verse 5. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
That's what Bishop talking about. We was born for this, to be prophets, to bring it out. And as Bishop said, we're going to ride this thing out. As long as Kanye keep using the platform that he got, that's what we're going to come behind that and give the people the sense of the words. Give me that in Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8. This is what God does. God makes things happen in the earth, and he has his prophets that he has ordained from the womb. As Bishop was saying, we was born for this, to give the sense to God's people that of his words and what he demands of them. Give me that Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8.
Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse 8. So they read in the book of the law of God distinctly and gave the sense.
That's it right there. That's what. So as long as he keeps saying that, we're going to give you the scriptures and give the sense, and Lord's will, one day that you might wake up out of this sleep that we are in, this deep sleep that we are in as a people. Now, I want to go back to it. We're about to wrap up here in a second. Let's go back to what else is going on with Kanye. Let's go back to it. Yeah. Now, read that.
I'm not out of control. I'm just not in their control.
That's what they worried about right there. They are worried that the slaves are waking up and we're not being controlled by Christianity.
Right.
We ain't controlled by damn Christmas. We ain't controlled by their damn money no more. The gifts. We're gonna speak the truth. Thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
Kanye's doing a little bit of that, saying that black people are the real Jews. Now look at this. Now understand that they coming for all the niggas in Babylon. They coming for all of us. Look what they did to us on Clubhouse yesterday. Pull it up. Read that.
The replay you created is in violation of our rules and has been removed.
Come on now, dog.
Now,
come on, man.
Let's see what the title was that we was talking about. Read that.
If Ye isn't lying.
If Kanye wasn't lying, Ye.
Were the Israelites always right?
I was looking for this.
Hold on. You was looking for it off of
history.
You was
this morning. Like,
well, guess what? It wasn't there because they are at every nigga in Babylon's throat to make sure that the word don't go out. And I just got word, Deacon Asaph. They canceled his account.
There you go.
Come on now, dog. On Clubhouse.
Ain't playing.
Thousands of followers he had.
Damn. Yeah.
They counseled him on Clubhouse for speaking the truth, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly, like Bishop just brought out.
Bible, true book.
They coming for all of us niggas in Babylon, but like Bishop said,
take off your white. Listen, man, take off your. Stop wearing those whitey tighties. Those almost pampered underwear.
Right.
Tidy whiteys, right? Put on your real man pants. Get ready for war.
Gird up your loins. Gird up your loins.
That's it. Right. Now I want to go to the video of was Kanye right about cancel culture. We're going to and watch this. Play it. This
Kanye
is Moab,
West.
a Chinese
Is he
dude.
actually right about some of the things that he's saying. Once we move past all of the hurt and the historic anger that pulls up memories of the Holocaust, we want to take a look at the things he's actually saying, and does he even have a point here?
Once you
moving
stop
past
being
the
emotional
anger. And I think this is something that Kanye West actually suggested we do as well. We kind of forget about history and take a look
Do
just
your
at
research,
the
like the Bible
logical,
says.
rational side of all of this. Because for all of the emotional outrage that he causes when he says the words like the Jewish media, I mean, the media is kind of controlled by a lot of Jewish people out here. We can actually see here who controls your mind. This was a chart back in 2013.
Listen.
All of these red is Jewish people, right? So they own like Universal Studios, ABC News, CBS, CNN, Columbia Pictures,
That's
DreamWorks,
everything.
Facebook, Google, also run by Jewish people, Yahoo, Marvel, Pixar, the New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks, Comcast, the New York Times, Comedy Central, Wall Street Journal. I mean, admittedly, a lot of these large media organizations and tech companies that are able to shape global narratives are run by Jewish people. So does Kanye West have a point here? And to me, it's kind of like saying there's a lot of white male power in executive management positions in corporate companies, and nobody gets mad about that. But when Kanye West says there's a lot of people of Jewish religion in these media companies and tech companies, then everybody gets upset all of a sudden.
He pulled up. Now, see, Kanye would have did that. Oh, he said this, but that Chinese Moabite of the Bible, he pulled up the facts of what they run. They run all of the damn industry.
Right.
They shape it. So all of that violent music that you hear, these rappers getting killed, these women twerking, glad to be side chicks, abortions, all of that, they are the ones behind the scenes that are exhorting them, yeah, do that. That's a hot track. You're pushing the envelope of society. You're giving more rights to women. Go ahead and do what you do best. That's them behind it.
And watch this. They supposed to be God's chosen people, y'all.
Supposed to be.
They supposed to be, right? Is that godly?
Bring it out.
Is that godly?
Right, because you can't, because check this out. They supposedly know that they're God's chosen people, always and forever, right? And they're doing this.
How, Sway?
We don't know that we're doing it, so our people do the stuff out of ignorance because they don't know.
Right.
Once we get the commandments and the knowledge of who we are, you're going to see what you see happening in Israel United in Christ and all throughout the earth. That blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are putting away the drugs. They're putting away the whoremongering. They're marrying their wives. They are doing thus saith the Lord. They are being law-abiding citizens, obeying the laws of the land. They don't do that stuff at all because they are at the synagogue of Satan.
That's Revelation 16. It says, out of the mouth of the frog, and one of their the frogs is the media. And when you read the next verse, it says, for they are the spirit of devils.
There you go. There you go. That's that spirit. Let's end it on this. Deuteronomy 32, 33, and 29.
That's right.
Stay tuned right after this. You got Precept Pond Precept coming up with Captain Shem in New Orleans. Let's read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellence.
God is helping us right now. He's using Kanye to help his truth come about on the earth, to spread it all over so his people, the real Jews, can wake up. Read on.
And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee.
They liars. Because every time Kanye say, hey, we black Jew, we Jew too. Oh, I can push back on that. Well, where's the facts of it? Where's anybody proving that Kanye's wrong and show who blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in the Bible? Just don't make up yourself and say, oh, y'all Africans. No, show us in the Bible because God created all people, right? So show us where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in the Bible. If you can't do that, you're an enemy of God and you're going to be found out a liar.
That's right.
All right? Hey, so we're going to end it on that right here on Four Corners News. Lord's will, life lasts. We'll be back with some more news for you next week across the globe. Stay tuned for Precept upon Precept. Captain Tavares, you up?
All right, Israel, it's that time again to put your money where your mouth is and support this truth. Don't forget to join up the Booster Club at iuic.fundraiser@israelunite.org.
That's right. All right. So with that, Israel, we say
Shalom.